Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. On today's reading, we are tapping into the crystal kingdom, into the crystal realm, and asking for any guidance that we may receive right now in the path when you are tuning into this channel. We have 3 piles to choose from today, and your crystal guides. For pile number 1, we have the Rhodonite crystal. Pile number 2, we have Mystic Merlinite, also called Indigo Gabbro. And we have for number 3, Ibis Jasper. Alright, if you need more time to meditate, you can pause the video right now. Your links will be in the description box below for your reading. You may be drawn to more than one pile, and if so, I will see you at your readings. And everyone who chose the Rhodonite crystal, this is your reading. And Rhodonite is a crystal for the heart chakra, so this is really good for getting in touch with our feelings and our emotions and tapping into that giving and receiving energy. This is also really good for heart health and healing any emotional or physical issues that we may be receiving. I won't say they're issues, they're just obstacles or experiences that we're trying to overcome and heal and work through. So that you may have been drawn to this pile because of that. Alright, I'm going to place it, let's put it up here in the center. Alright, so let's see what we have for you, those of you who chose pile number 1. We have the Healer. Alright, let's see what else we have. Love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Alright, so we're definitely working on our heart chakra. And we have creativity. So this is 1, and this is card number 33. By of all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Open heart. I love this. All these, yeah, I pre-shuffled these before the reading. I have no clue what's behind these cards. I will pull some more while we are live. This just helps me save time for the readings without having to shuffle all the decks. So you're definitely doing some heart healing, or you're in need of some heart healing. You have been working on yourself. You're giving yourself that love and allowing yourself to connect and just really be open to receiving the love, nurturing yourself, that self-love, self-care. And you've been working on this very hard and very diligently. We have 33, which is a master number. And you're allowing yourself to receive, which is extremely hard to do when we've been taught so much to constantly give and pour into others. And you've been learning to pour into yourself, and the more that you've been pouring into yourself, you've been inspired to create something new. There's this new beginning, a new beginning with love, learning to embrace, yourself and all the love that is meant to be yours. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Yeah, your hard work is paying off. All that love and nurturing and self-care, you're about to receive some it could be abundance, it could be a love, the love of your life. Something prosperous on the head for you, pile number 1. You have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Yeah, you've created a new pattern, a new beginning, overcome some traumatic, maybe codependency issues, or some kind of connection where it was very traumatic or abusive, where you didn't felt that you were appreciated and loved and seen for all that you give and all the love that you bring forth to the table. And this can be something that has been, ancestral, something you've learned through your relationships with your parents, or your relationships with your siblings, or they're watching them through their relationships, and it's something that you had to outgrow and move beyond and transform. And you have been doing that. You have creation, soul expression, something new. Yeah, something new is coming from this work. You've transformed this pattern within your family. Maybe you have chosen not to pass those same patterns down to your children. You've been the one who's risen up. You've stood your ground. You've set those healthy boundaries. You cut toxic people out of your life and saying, no, I deserve respect. I deserve the type of love that I give in return. And from that, you have healed part of your family tree and your lineage, and now you've planted new seeds of love within yourself and within your family, and you're starting to see some fruits of your labor, and seeing that maybe people are starting to reach out to you, or people are being drawn to you because you just have this glow up, and you're starting to express yourself, or you're expressing from your heart again, no longer hiding. Yeah, you're starting to shine your talents out. You're very, very gifted. You have many, many talents. You're teachers. We have spirit mentors and teachers. So you're being guided right now and being asked to share your creative abilities, your creative talents with others and with the world, and not being afraid to shine your light and express yourself. You might be being asked to engage in something that's very creative, something that maybe you haven't done since childhood or since your youth, something that lights you up and makes you feel really, really good. You're being asked to continue to nurture that. You have your own path. I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. Yes, no longer being afraid to shine your light, no longer being afraid to be different and unique and express this unique gift that you have, because there's a way that you perceive things and see things that's uniquely your own, and it's something that makes you a beautiful, unique soul. And your gift, the light that you shine, what you bring and what you offer, is something that's beautiful and it's unique, and it's something that the world needs, something that you're being asked to share with others. And not to get caught up maybe in your head space of not feeling good enough. You're being asked to know your worth and to express yourself, and not be afraid if thinking that maybe your gifts and talents aren't as good as someone else's. We all begin somewhere, and when we continue to nurture our talents and our gifts, we get better and stronger at it, and some things just come very fluid and very easily. And some things we have to work a little bit to get through those blockages of feeling unworthy and not good enough. And the more you can continue to just express yourself and continue to work at it, you're going to see your gifts just come online, and they're going to be beautiful. We have Ammonite, change, evolution, and personal growth. Look at that. Yeah, don't be afraid to go it alone. There are so many blessings that come from being an individual and setting out on the path by yourself, because you learn so much about yourself, and you learn what you're capable of. You tap into the inner realm where everything exists, and connecting to the version of you that existed before this incarnation here, your inner child, the part of you that belongs to source from the very beginning of time. And this card says change, evolution, and personal growth. So you may be being drawn to things that you really enjoyed in your youth, because that's who you were, and as a soul when you first incarnated. You weren't afraid to share your gifts and your creativity and express yourself until somebody told you not to, and that wasn't good enough. That's how we learn to adapt to the world that we exist in. And so what I want to do is I want to read a little bit from the guidebook for for you on this Ammonite, because there's so much beauty in these cards. So messages from the crystal realm. We have Ammonite, the ancient emancipator. I am Ammonite, a semi-precious stone created from living creatures, and I help to improve your breath. I am actually an ancient mollusk that lived millions of years ago and fossilized into beautiful shapes. My coiled external shell is similar to that of modern nautilus. In this image, my two halves sit on the bottom shelves on either side of the fetus. You have chosen this card because you need to release the past. I can help you filter out unhealthy situations that come your way through my many chambers. And because of the highly oxygenated environment I lived in, I symbolize energy, strength, and longevity. My powerful name originates from the Egyptians, who thought my shape mirrored the ram's twisted horns worn by the god Ammon. When you hold me in your hands, you can feel a connection to ancient history, possibly a past life. The cosmic energy I have absorbed for thousands of years stimulates, inspires, and motivates you. What is so striking about me are my beautiful spiral formations. Spirals symbolize evolution and progression. Like me, you must go through significant changes, but these changes will be gradual. And while this is happening, you will easily adapt to a new and exciting timeline and a version of yourself. I am not bragging, but I am known to attract good fortune and success when you wear me. This is beautiful. All right, it will now go into the images on the card. I have been made into earrings, and earrings are associated with the feminine financial stability and your place in life. My earrings assure you that you will be noticed for the creative and hard work that you've done for such a long time. Joining our journey is the gray wolf, a purple rose, and a fetus. Because the wolf is a teacher and a trailblazer, he comes to you when you need guidance. This wolf says to trust your inner voice, also known as your intuition, when making decisions. This will help you develop the inner strength and self-confidence necessary to venture into new territory. Wolves are very social and loyal. They balance family time and alone time. Before leaving the pack, they will ensure all responsibilities are handled and all are safe. Rituals are also very important to them, like howling at the moon and greeting pack members upon return. And they regularly find time to jump and frolic with each other. An important message this wolf brings is to slow down and be mindful of your schedule and daily routines. What are your rituals and habits? Do you perform them automatically without thinking, or do you honor them? Are you having fun with family and friends? Are you enjoying yourself? Do you laugh? Ooh, very wise, wolf. Thank you so much, Ammonite, for that blessing. Yeah, so the wolf is saying, to follow your unique path and to be grateful and thankful and honor yourself, honor the path that you've walked, honor this new path that you're beginning to walk. There's a new phase of life that you're about to step into. Through all this transformation that you have been working on yourself and everything that you've been doing to help heal, to make better decisions, to choose healthier people to be around and setting those healthy boundaries, that you're on a new timeline. There's a new beginning coming for you. Pile number 1. Alright, so let me get some more crystal guidance. Pile number 1, please. Further information for pile number 1 on this heart healing, this beautiful journey that they're about to embark on. Too many. Alright. Whoa, okay, this is a third of the deck. We're going to reshuffle, guys. Pile number 1, further guidance. Okay, we have blue spinal, persistence, fresh perspective, and revival. Revive to keep alive. Blue spinal brings new energy to stagnant parts of your life, from inside your body to the world outside. The name of this stone comes from the Latin word for spine, and blue spinal will give you a strong backbone, a sense of self, and a reason to stand tall despite any challenges you may face. This is a great crystal for workaholics, as it eases stress and anxiety and instills a renewed sense of resolution. You can make it to the end if you put your mind to it. Blue Spinel provides that fresh perspective to reset and re-choose. Ooh, nice. We have Lepidocrocite, open heart, grounded teacher. Practical and methodical, Lepidocrocite approaches spirituality in a tangible way, grounding practices back to the earth while staying connected to source energy. A great crystal for teachers or anyone who wishes to pass down spiritual teachings. Lepidocrocite values tradition and educates without judgment, sharing wisdom for humanity's highest good. Lepidocrocite helps with committing to your life purpose, staying focused on the task at hand, and taking action in order to make progress. Each day, you are one step closer to your dreams. I love it. Okay, so with those, you're being asked to stay grounded and to be in the present moment and not let the mind take you back to, places you've already been, or rehashing the past and, going over things in your mind about how maybe you could have done things differently and, maybe judging yourself. And you're being asked to let that go right now. Stay grounded in the present moment and in the heart space, and trust that everything has happened in the way that it was meant to happen, and be open to receiving now. You've done a lot of hard work. You may be a workaholic, somebody, getting like Capricorn, somebody who is just always feeling like they have to prove themselves or do something in order to receive, and that is not the case. Yes, there is work to do, and we all have our own unique path and journey that we must walk, and things that we do have to overcome, but it's not to the point where we forget to enjoy life and take time out to express ourselves and to love ourselves and practice that self-care, or to do things that we're really passionate about and expressing our creativity. And we don't want to go too far into the mind. We want to come back into our heart so we can make sure that we are doing things from a heart space, not out of a space of guilt or fear. If we're being motivated by fear, then that is the incorrect path. We need, and it's out of alignment, so we need to get back into our heart space with just the center. And then when we're in that space, that's when we know when to act or when to rest, when it's time to express our creativity, or when it's time to pause and listen and receive. All right, let's get some more information for you. Pile number 1. Let's see. Let me get perspective. Pile number 1, please. Ooh, we have magic. Nice. Pile number 1, please. How should we be proceeding? Messages from the crystal ring. Okay. We have abundance and ideation. Okay. Yeah, expect some new, there's going to be this magical experience that's going to happen for you. Something's just going to open up, fall in your lap almost. Yeah. Abundant blessings are coming in. Something that you've been working so hard to achieve. Pile number 1. Keep that open perspective. Yeah, keep walking your path. Stay in alignment of your heart chakra. Allowing yourself to flow, allowing yourself to connect and remain tapped in to your guides, into your inner resources. And allow your mind to just rest some and not try to focus too hard. Continue to express your creativity and work on healing your heart. Okay, this card we have a gift from life. Each day life brings me abundant proof that the universe loves me. Each day God sends me angels to me. Today I will receive an angelic message. It may come from someone with whom I speak or from words that I read. I will listen closely, as this message is a divine gift meant to help me to make way in love. Help me make my way in love and maintain my spiritual strength. Yeah, so you're going to be receiving guidance, and you're always receiving guidance daily from Mother Earth and the signs that you see around you. You can be somebody who gets it through music or through words that you read or through angel numbers or animals. And make sure that you're tapping in with your guides each day and asking them to guide you on further steps to take. Just be open to receiving guidance on your path, and look for those signs and acknowledge the signs, and always thank your guides for being there with you and showing you these signs and giving you these messages. That's something that you can do every single day, and trust and have faith that you are being protected, that you are being guided on your path of application. Today, I apply all that I have learned during my spiritual quest. I practice love in my daily life. I allow my inner light to lift my thoughts, and as I do so, the laws of the universal love take root in my life. Yes, tap into that heart. Stay in the heart. Don't let the mind and the ego try to control, how you perceive things or what you should be doing, how you should be doing them, and guilting you out of not enjoying yourself, not having time for yourself, and loving yourself through these hardships, through everything that you've overcome. And you have been through a lot, pile number one. So love yourself, forgive yourself through the phase. When we go through hard times, we don't have the awareness that we have until, later on in life. And then we can look back over our life and we have different perspectives on, maybe I should have handled that differently, or I wish I would have said this. We do the best we can with the awareness and the consciousness that we have in the moment, and not to judge yourself too harshly for mistakes that you made or choices that you made, because you're making them out of that place that you were in at that moment in time. So allow yourself that forgiveness and that grace to, be a learning person, to be human, to having gone through these experiences, and the tools that you had then aren't the same tools that you have now. But if you are to experience something similar to that, you know how to handle that situation now. And that's because you've been through that experience. And when we experience things, we get tools from them. So forgive yourself and forgive that person who was teaching you those hard lessons, because they were a teacher and you were learning something through that experience. So let it go, so that you can be open to receiving the rewards from having learned from those lessons. Okay? More messages for pile number one. I'm just flew on the floor. Okay. This unicorn says, Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Yes. This is some deep feminine energy here. We, in today's society, we're programmed to not enjoy life, to not be able to receive love, to appreciate ourselves, or to rest, or to heal. There's not a focus on that. The focus is more in the masculine of doing and always giving, and there's not enough focus and emphasis on the feminine of receiving and that healing aspect, and nurturing ourselves and loving ourselves and giving to ourselves. And that is where we have unfortunately gone out of balance, because it's hard for us to even know how to receive. It's something that is almost so foreign to us, which is so sad, because it is something that is a natural gift from source, from God, from Creator, whatever you call it, the greater powers that be. We don't have to do or be anything. We already are worthy enough. We already are good enough. We're as beautiful as we were created in the image of God. And every one of us is different and unique. And we all should be sharing in that beauty, in that joy of all of us having that opportunity to be a unique individual soul and having a unique experience on this planet. So connect more into that divine feminine energy of loving yourself, of nurturing these creative talents and gifts that you have that are beautiful and they're unique. And when you are expressing this unique gift, it's going to be something that brings in this abundance for you. And do not focus on, nobody else is creating a career out of this. And that's what's beautiful about it, is that to have these unique gifts and talents, whether somebody else is doing it or not. There's nobody like you, nobody doing it the way that you're going to do it. And if you can make a career and abundance out of something that you love doing, then that's bliss, that's the beauty, that's why you're here, is to share that unique, beautiful contribution, that creation with the collective. And it's meant to help others heal, others to find and tap into their feminine energies and to heal from their ancestral karma. Remember to be grounded in the present. Don't let your mind take you, back to the past and keep going backwards. If you find yourself being triggered, then there's something left to heal, some residual energies that you need to work through. But from this reading here, this is just very select for you. Some of you have been doing the work and you've had that courage to stand up for yourself and set those healthy boundaries and love and value yourself and see the value and the worth of who you are. Alright, pile number 1, that is your reading from the crystal realm. If this reading resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to comment below. I hope to see you in future readings. Y'all take care and have a great day. Pile number 2, everyone who chose the Indigo Gabbro Mystic Merlinite Crystal Heart. So Indigo Gabbro is a stone that helps you ground the spiritual into the present, into the physical body, down into the earth plane. So you may be being asked to ground yourself. You might be somebody who has a high vibration, and the Crystal Kingdom wants you to ground that spiritual energy here on the planet Earth, which can be very hard if you are a starseed. It's very hard to feel comfortable and safe in the body in these dense energies. Alright, let's get some information. Pile number 2, we have the flame. And I did these cards before your reading. I don't know what's underneath them. It just saves me time. There's a 1. Alright, we have fertility. Let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Flying into spring. So there's definitely some new growth, a new spark that you are creating within this new path, a new journey. We have autumn. Release the old and rest. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Currents of emotions, uncontrolled feelings. Okay, so I'm getting like a twin flame reading. This might not be for everybody, but this is something to do. Some of you have maybe found the one, or you are feeling like you've met somebody in your life who you might be feeling like you're the one and you can't control how you feel about them. For others of you, what I'm feeling is that you have been doing your healing work. Your Kundalini energy is starting to rise and starting to take root. A new version of yourself is starting to come forward, having done your healing work, and now coming into who you really are, the truth of your existence, the truth of your authentic self, and not being afraid to step into your own, into the real you, and being your authentic self, and not being afraid to express that and share that. Archangel Raguel, I think that's how you say his name. We have justice, harmony, and solutions. Yeah, there's some peace that you've made within. Maybe found resolution to a situation, something that was heartbreaking. And for the twin flames, for me, this is my perspective. The twin flame journey is about the unification within yourself, and having to tame that ego, the mind that wants to be in control all the time and ignore, your feelings in your heart and the divine feminine. This is where we have to work on healing the ego and teaching the ego how to be, it's taming the ego, so that you're almost dissolving the ego into a space where it can be more of your servant versus, the dictator and controller that criticizes and puts down and always responds with fear. It becomes where it becomes your guardian, your best friend, your ally that works with you and gives you higher perspectives to see things from a different point of view. And it helps you create these patterns for yourself that are more of an aligned path, one that's of truth and love and unity within your being. So your divine feminine, your divine masculine become one within, and you then become, your highest self, the highest potential here on the planet, which is very hard to do. And it does require you to be very grounded in this physical body. So there can be, blockages that we have within our energetic system from old patterns, old thoughts, old beliefs that stem from past lives. They can come from our family, from the social environment that has us perceive things in these false programs. And when we do that healing inner work, we start to connect and ignite a flame that's within that brings in that soul consciousness, that higher consciousness down through the physical vessel. And it requires us to be constantly doing some healing work, doing shadow work. And for some of you individuals, you have been doing that and you found balance within. You have worked through those ego, fear-based programs and have now brought into that more love, more understanding, higher perspective into your consciousness. And you're now functioning from a place of harmony, balance, and understanding, and no longer reacting to these emotions, and having these reactions to things. When you start to learn and understand yourself and understand, why you're responding and reacting to certain things, and you realize that is, it's programming or it's fear-based, it's a way that you have, you've always experienced this, and, our outer reality is a reflection of our inner reality. So, and when you learn that, you start to heal, parts of yourself. You start to know yourself, and when knowing thyself is the biggest mission, that is the work. And when you learn what your triggers are, what your perceived weaknesses are, and you heal those things can no longer trigger you, and you start to become more self-aware, and your higher self can then fully integrate into this physical body. And you're no longer responding to everything that is, there meant to distract you from your mission, which is to bring in your higher self into this physical domain, shall I say. We have nature, spirits, and the 4 elements. And then we have throat chakra. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. And then we have Hanksite, cleansing, grounding, and heightened sense of reality. Yeah, so you've healed something in your blueprint, something in your DNA from the past or from several incarnations. And when we do that, when we work on those parts of ourselves, we bring in this higher awareness and this higher perspective, and we start bringing that into the physical realm, and we start seeing that being reflected in the world around us. And if you haven't been doing this work, you're being called to do that work, to create this unique spark within yourself, and to illuminate the shadow, illuminate anything that's hidden within your own psyche that you're not aware of. Get in there and try to understand where these emotions come from, and why is it so triggering to me. Because some people love to, pull on those strings, and some of them do it intentionally, maybe because they have some jealousy, but some people it's unintentional, because not everybody doesn't go around knowing everybody's traumas and what they've gone through in their youth and in their childhood and in their young adult years, or even what you've experienced as an adult. Everybody doesn't know everybody's story, and so there's things that can happen to you that trigger some unresolved issues that you have, and it's there just to bring it into your focus and into your awareness so that you can apply some healing, so you can apply some love and understanding into those situations. All right, I want to read this Hank site from the guidebook to you guys, The Cleansing, Grounding, and Heightened Sense of Reality. I've never seen this crystal before, or even heard of this crystal. Alright, Hanksite. The Earthy Supporter. I am Hanksite, a rare potassium sulfate mineral, and I connect you with the earth. I am commonly found beneath the surface, embedded in the mud or drill cores. Due to my high sodium content, I taste quite salty. I may not be a very fancy crystal, but I am an important one. In this image, I am hovering above a blue planet, the blue planet Earth, being supported by loving earthbound souls. You have chosen this card because you need to be grounded. I am a dense, heavy stone that helps you feel at home on this planet. Although I'm floating above the earth, if you look closely, you can see all the loving earthbound souls supporting me. I am good at aiding in the realignment of your etheric chakra system. I merge with your aura, removing any harmful vibrations that attach to you as you go out and about. You will find that positive energy flows more naturally as you become more confident and optimistic. If you are shy, I help you feel more important since I remove old, outdated beliefs that keep you from progressing. In some ways, I rewire your thoughts so that you project only what you want. Hold me over any area of your body that feels imbalanced and needs healing. Visualize it merging with your body, extinguishing any negativity. If you do this daily, you will find you are able to love, laugh, and prosper. On our journey, we have a capybara, a beaver, 2 tulips, 2 honeybees, a full moon, a viaduct, the earth with some inhabitants, and a shooting star. The capybara is like a colossal guinea pig, weighing about 174 pounds. It seems intimidating, but it is a gentle guide. It is also very social and loves to be petted. It does best when in a group and around lots of water. Your emotions. You may think you can do it alone, but capybara says you will function more efficiently with others nearby. The sensitive vegetarian wants you to get in touch with your feelings, observe and honor them, and don't let them control you. Capybaras work together to ensure the group survival, especially the mothers who nurse any young who may need it. It is essential for you and the planet that we all care for and help each other. The beaver says to follow your intuition when working on new projects. You have all the necessary talents needed to accomplish your goals. You don't need an engineering degree to build something, nor do you need to be a professional writer to write. Old academic standards are outdated, and you have access to new information at your fingertips at any time. Tulips are one of the first flowers to grow during spring, making them a symbol of rebirth. And since there are 2 of them, the symbolism is about balance, partnerships, and diplomacy. Perhaps you will renew or start a special relationship this spring. Remember, love is not outside of you, it emanates from you. You have to be loving to see love. Isn't that beautiful? I love when they sync up like that. So yeah, there is this new beginning that you're in, and you're being asked to, ground your energies and be grounded in the present moment and not let your emotions take over, not let your mind take over and make you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy, or that this is impossible, right? We have the throat chakra here, so there's something that you are meant to express and communicate, and that could be sharing your feelings and sharing your emotions, or maybe you're meant to be a writer, like it was saying. You're meant to share something about your journey, something from your heart space here. And not to judge yourself. That was another thing. Not to judge yourself when things from the past come up. You know, that it's okay to not know something when you're experiencing it for the first time. Not to always act from the perfect, you know, mindset. You know, nobody is perfect. We all handle things differently with the tools that we have access to. Pile number 2, please. Can I get some more information from the crystal realm? Too many. Further guidance from the crystal realm for pile number 2. And they keep saying grounded, so you must be a very high vibrational being, and you know, you have a big heart, and you're very sensitive to the energies, and Mother Earth wants to work with you. The elementals want to work with you to help you ground your higher frequency on the planet, because you are definitely needed. Alright, pile number 2. Let's see what the crystal realm has to say. We have blue topaz. Inspired by the sun, blue topaz draws its strength from solar energy, radiating warmth, generosity, strength, and vitality to those who seek it. With an impact as huge as the limitless sky, blue topaz's power is potent, magnifying psychic abilities and inner peace. Use this crystal in conjunction with affirmations and visualizations, as it will amplify your intentions as you envision your future. Blue topaz stimulates creativity and a thirst for knowledge, granting the ability to express emotions and thoughts in clear and profound ways. I love that. Okay, yeah. So you're meant to express your emotions and to be aware and grounded. We have cat's eye. Evoking the bright eyes of a cat, cat's eye is used as a talisman to ward off and protect against any evil or unforeseen danger coming your way. It increases agility, allowing you to fly beneath the radar of your enemies and progress ahead of your competitors. Cat's eye enhances night vision, giving you the ability to see through the shadows in higher definition and access heightened levels of intuition by opening the crown chakra. Cat's eye is regenerative, helping you to regain what was once lost. Yeah, you're being asked to illuminate the shadows, go within. Don't be afraid of your emotions and how you feel. There's so much power and strength in our emotions and being vulnerable and opening that heart space, because it gives us access to our spiritual tools, to our wisdom from not only this life, but all our past lives as well. And when we experience hardship and everything, we tend to kind of, close our heart down a little bit, because the pain is so intense, especially if you're very empathic. And being vulnerable is what felt like, well, I love too easily and I give too much to everyone, and it ends up, hurting me in the long run. And there's nothing wrong with your love, or nothing wrong with you. It really is their inability to be able to receive, and which is also same thing for you, and you don't see yourself as worthy, and you're willing to have these relationships that treat you less than you're worthy of. And so when you start setting these healthy boundaries and you start seeing yourself as more worthy and more lovable, you attract people who give you that same energy, and they want to love you the way that you're loving you. So don't be afraid of your emotions, and loving yourself and shutting your heart down. Open your heart and expand your heart. Alright, we have Sigillite. Sigillite helps anybody who's ever felt like they did not belong, feel loved or supported. Vibrating violet rays of unconditional love, Sigillite brings light workers down to earth, opening them up to share their gifts while staying grounded on the planet Earth. For overthinkers and worriers, Sigillite alleviates issues of the mind, allowing you to focus on what's truly important, living your truth. Sigillite facilitates forgiveness for those who have hurt you, including yourself. Open your heart to what's possible by letting go of all that no longer serves you. Isn't that a perfect stone to come out for this reading, pile number 2? I highly recommend you working on any of these crystals, or working with these crystals. If you don't have them in your collection, or if you don't have a resource for crystals, I do have a shop called Oasis Sacred Spaces Pop-Up Rock Shop. You can find me on Facebook. I do believe I have some links below in the description box if you're interested in any crystals. And we have Malachite. Malachite takes no prisoners, at least with your spiritual journey. A powerful conduit for energy, Malachite cleanses the emotional body of trauma, whether from this life or a past life. A teacher of emotional responsibility. Malachite asks that you take accountability for your feelings and helps you to release patterns that no longer serve you. Look deep within the worlds and patterns of Malachite to access other dimensions within yourself. Explore different timelines and hidden messages, bringing your subconscious to light. Oh, I love it. That's perfect. Perfect pile number 2. Yeah, don't be afraid of your emotions. The emotions are like the access, they give you access to the patterns and the programmings and the belief systems that you have about yourself and about the reality that you're helping co-create. And when you get triggered by things, that's where you need to go within and understand it's like a thread, right? And you want to follow, that's the access point. You want to follow it to the root. And in the root is where the first situation occurred. The first moment where you felt, not good enough, or that this was how love feels, and even if it was your parents, maybe you were disciplined or your feelings didn't feel like they mattered, or you didn't feel safe to express yourself a certain kind of way. This is where you need to go to and try to understand what you were learning in those moments. What did I learn? And it's always the opposite of what you were experiencing. You were learning how not to treat somebody that way, how that does not feel good, right? I don't want to treat my children this way. I always want to be open to listening to how they feel and not condemning them for how they feel. And I want them to be able to express themselves and have their feelings and emotions, even if, you're the parent and the way you see things is, from a higher perspective because you're older and you can see all potential outcomes, and you always want to protect your children. And so, you have to tell them no, even if they don't understand why. And trying to explain that to a child, they don't have the skills and the experience necessary to understand. And when we're children, we experience things from a child perspective, and we don't have that older consciousness, that experience under our belt to be able to know, the consequences of some of our choices. And if you were ever made to feel like you weren't good enough, or that you're having to suppress your emotions and how you were feeling in the moment because now wasn't a time, where they could understand and help you understand your emotions, help you handle your emotions. You kind of had to suppress it in the moment. Then you're being asked to go to those moments and bring your consciousness, your adult awareness to those situations and have understanding, a deeper level of understanding of what was happening in the moment. And try to understand, what were your parents going through in the moment? How were they handling the situations? What was their childhood like? Did they have these tools to handle what was happening? You have to bring that full perspective into the situation so that you can get clearer clarity, more understanding on what was happening. And not to be afraid to, and if you need to cry and just release the feeling that you were experiencing in that moment, because that's what needs to be purged from the system. You need to clear that energy out so that you can ground your higher awareness onto the planet Earth. And we didn't always experience, not everybody had these pleasant childhoods. I myself didn't have one either. I had grandparents who were very abusive. They abused my mother. And my mother, out of approval, brought us around them because she just wanted to be loved. And they end up putting that same abuse onto me and my siblings. And I had to learn how to deal with life through certain situations that were very much like that. Lots of triggers, lots of not feeling safe, even around the people who were supposed to love you the most. And they didn't protect me, and I ended up feeling abandoned. So I have a lot of abandonment issues that I had to work through. And when you can understand those, your grandparents, and you can understand your parents, what tools did they have, and what were they trying to teach you in those moments, and what were you trying to teach yourself through those experiences as well, because we choose our parents, we choose our grandparents, the family lineage that we come into, and we all choose our life lessons to get specific tools on this journey. And you're being asked to release any emotions and any repressed feelings that you have, that you haven't been dealing with, or that you have. And sometimes you don't even know what they are until a memory comes up and resurfaces for you to look at again. And that's how you know your higher self thinks that you're ready to handle this situation or to heal from this experience, and that you have all the tools necessary to do it. So don't run from your feelings. Don't run from doing your work. Take your light and shine it into the hidden parts of your psyche that want to be illuminated. They want to be expressed. They want to be healed, because there's tools, there's information there. There's a lot of wisdom that needs to come from that. There's a lot of your spiritual soul gifts that you are meant to bring forth to express for the collective, something that you're meant to share. All right, I want to get a few more cards for you. Let's go with this one here, because I think readings might be a little bit long. Pile number 2. Messages for pile number 2. Alright, that's plenty. Alright, we had 4 that wanted to come out for you. Pile number 2. God sustains me. As I turn each day over to God, my worries ease and my resistance softens. In the arms of God's love, I find inner peace, even in challenging times. Today, my faith provides me with great strength. I welcome all that comes my way, knowing that the love of God sustains me. Yeah, tap into your heart space. You're always being guided and protected. I have faith in life. Today, I give myself to life. I live in the here and the now without concern of tomorrow, because God is always near and will never let me fail. Fall. My faith surrounds me with light, no matter what the circumstance. I let go, having faith that my life will always provide what is most beneficial for my soul. That's right. Trust that you're on the right path. Trust that you're being guided. I am light. Today, the light is within me. The light surrounds me. The light protects me. I remain light-filled and joyful, regardless of what circumstances arise. I am a diamond shining forth in all my splendor. I am worthy of divine within me. That's right. Stay in your heart center, because that's where you're going to find that healing and love and balance. Consciousness. Today, I pay attention to every thought and feeling that I manifest. My outer world reflects my inner consciousness. I pour the light of my awareness on my most constructive thoughts, so they will grow and produce and experience what I want. Mindful of what I create in this universe, I become an expression of divine light. Ooh, perfect. That's right. When you have mastered the mind and mastered the ego and everything, you are aware that you're the one who is creating this experience for yourself through your feelings and through your belief system, because the mind creates the patterns and our emotions are what brings it to creation. And that is how we work with the energies, right? Especially, that is our fire in the water right there. Our fire is our thoughts and our energy, and our water is our receptive feeling, creation, the passion and our feelings, our emotions, the belief systems that we have about our worthiness and deserving of it. And you are very deserving, pile number 2, of such love and beauty and abundance and health and wealth and everything that is meant for us in this plane. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and close this reading out, pile number 2. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope that this reading has resonated with you, but I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I will see you again in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome, pile number 3, everyone who chose the Ibis Jasper. An Ibis Jasper is a stone of ancient wisdom. The stone, when the mineral is formed, it is made up of different minerals that have been, through the creation process, they have been broken, and it ends up becoming compressed with quartz that makes the whole crystal kind of like healed in a sense. So it is repaired through quartz being formed around the other minerals that are all in separate pieces. it kind of has a relation to, I forget the name of this. It's a Japanese, I believe it's Japanese technique, or it could be Chinese. I'm sorry if I've got this wrong. But it is where porcelain or ceramic is broken and they put it back together with gold, and the gold makes the whatever the material is, whether it's a vase that they've restructured and put back together, it makes it more solid, it makes it stronger. So this crystal is about coming back together stronger after being perceived as being broken, having gone through traumatic experience, and extracting the wisdom from those experiences and allowing it to make you more stronger and more wiser. This crystal is also connected to an ancient teacher, Thoth, and the teachings from the mystery schools and everything like that. So this crystal has a lot of ancient wisdom associated with it. Alright, so that could be a reason why you were drawn to choosing that crystal. Alright, let's see. We have Eros. That has to do with our heart chakra. We have letting go, allowing the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Ooh, okay. So lots of wisdom coming in for this pile. Okay, this one is, so this is chakra number 4. This is our heart chakra. Wow. Lots of healing in these piles. Seated angel flying. Grounding that wisdom on the planet Earth. We have water guardian. Connect with your emotions. Isn't this wild? All these readings have a very similar thread to them. It's about heart healing. Maybe because we have all heart crystals to choose from. Alright, we're going to keep going. Messages from the crystal realm. We have teacher, learning a new path. I'm going to put that over here with the water guardian. Alright. Archangel Haniel, joy, blessings, and intuition. I have to look at this Eros in the guidebook just to confirm. We have karmic lessons, present assistance, past life guides. Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. Okay. And then we have Serpentine, and this one I'm going to read from the guidebook as well. Awakening, stabilizing, and clearing past traumas. Okay, so definitely got some healing coming from past. This is ancestral healing, karmic relationships, things from our ancestors that have been passed down through the lineage. And some of these we might not even know that we have been doing, and that we've been working and clearing these energies out for our families, for the generations to come after us. Alright, give me just a second. I'm trying to get this guidebook out without making a mess. Okay, now this one is a different guidebook. Okay. I usually don't read from the guidebooks, I just go with the images. But on Eros, what I see from this is the, trying to reach the goal through the experiences that we, that haven't been the most therapeutic, the healing from trauma, the healing from our hardships and these hard lessons that we have to experience here on the 3D. Okay. Eros, love as desire, sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive that we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. Okay, so from this I got, definitely a heart chakra healing energy here, and you're being asked to let go of anything in the past, any kind of restriction or perceived restriction or feelings of less than or unworthy of, and see how certain situations that we experience are there to teach us again, teach us again. Those can be the repetitive patterns. So tap into the emotions and understanding what our emotions are showing us and what they are revealing to us, because our emotions are connected to our belief systems, and if we see ourselves as less than or unworthy in some way, we are going to attract people in our life that match that vibration and see us that exact way. A lot of these readings are very similar, but what you are understanding is that you have the ability and the strength to manifest blessings and joy into your life by tapping into those emotions and feeling the energies out. You're able to pick up and understand who is somebody who is there to be a teacher and who is somebody who is an ally, and knowing the difference between the two. And when we listen to our heart and we feel the energies out, we are feeling the energy. We're not necessarily feeling let me see how to explain this. When you can tap into the currents of the energies, you know when to act and when not to act, so to say. It's not to listen to our mind that always wants to have the control and always wants to direct where we're going. Sometimes we have to surrender and allow the wave to take us where we need to go, and that is one of the hardest things to do, because it requires this unbridled faith in the unknown, which brings us to the present moment. And in the present moment, that is the it's before anything can be known. So that's why it's so scary, because we don't know the future. You can't predict the future. You can have an idea of what you want for the future, and the past is known, but you're not meant to hold on to the past. The past only resurfaces if we haven't healed from it. And if we're trying to exist in the future, we get anxiety because we're trying to control and dictate how things are going to happen. We're trying to, create something for the future. And sometimes there's things that, we come across blockages and everything along the path for certain reasons, because we're not meant to move forward at that moment in time. And because there's things that we have to learn along the way. There's something we have to heal from. There's information that we need before we can move forward. So you're being asked right now to just pause and wait and heal yourself, to come into your heart space, cleanse it out, heal from whatever it is that has been that you've been working through, what you've been overcoming. Clear out those emotions. Do some healing ceremonies with yourself, having to involve water, because we have the water element here, and we also have the heart. So I know it's something in your heart chakra that needs to be healed and cleansed, and something that you need to release, because there's this new blessing that's coming in that's going to be so blissful and so joyful for you. And you're being asked also to work with Archangel Raphael, because he's come out for this reading, and he is a definite resource to invite into your life whenever you're trying to do some healing, especially on the heart chakra. He's a very wise teacher. He's helped me a lot on my journey to crystal therapy and healing others. So he's definitely a wise guide to tune into and help you on your path. Yeah, and when we learn the experience and learn from it, when we extract the gold from the experience and we understand what it was there for, why did we choose this person or why did we choose the experience, we can then become that wise teacher who then can share that with others, and it makes us stronger, it makes us wiser to those experiences, and we're never once we learn the experience, we're not doomed to repeat that cycle again. We bring it full circle, and we then do not have to pass it on to our generations that are coming after us, because we have we've broken the pattern. We've come out of that repetitive energy that has been constant within the family lineage, and it takes a really strong, older, wiser soul to be able to do that. And you could have incarnated here many, many times in the same family, working on this energy many, many times with the same people, trying to learn and heal from this experience. All right, so we have Serpentine, and I'm going to read this one to you. Pile number 3, we have the Time Traveler. I am Serpentine, a magnesium silicate mineral composed of blizzardite, chrysotile, and antigerite, and I balance you. I am named for my wavy, fibrous, and scaly appearance like a snake. My green color can be confused with jade, but on closer inspection, I am quite different. In this image, I appear at the bottom of a rhombus portal. You have chosen this card because you want to bring control back into your life. I can help with this. How? I can clear away your incessant mind chatter and negative thinking associated with past traumas. I also stabilize and invigorate your chakras, especially the crown chakra, encouraging spiritual awareness and psychic abilities. Work with me every day, especially holding me during meditation, and I will help you voyage deeply into your past lives. This practice helps you gain a deeper understanding of your many experiences and the roles you play in them. I help draw the Earth's energy up into your body, stimulating an awakening of long-dormant Kundalini energy. What is Kundalini? It is an energy that rests like a coiled serpent at the base of your spine, waiting for you to turn it on and remember how powerful you are. Once activated, you go through an energetic upgrade, which can be quite dramatic, but with me helping, you can connect with waves of blissful and see life through new 5D lens. Joining our journey are a pine marten, 2 hummingbirds, a 4-leaf clover, a zebra primrose flower, 4 ladybugs, and an ancient castle, a full moon, and the sun. The pine marten shows up. The pine marten shows up when you need to set boundaries, have more confidence, and turn on your magnetic personality. It is an independent critter that prefers its own company. If you feel like the marten, look for that special haven that you retreat to, like a park with trees. Martens just love to be around the energy of trees. I do too. The hummingbirds want you to enjoy your daily routine and learn how to embrace happiness. Their motto is, don't take anything too seriously. The 4-leaf clover and the ladybugs will bring you love and protection and luck. They want you to have faith and hope, knowing that you are rare and special. And if there is someone in your life you can't live without, give them primrose. It means that you want to live a full and happy life with them. The full moon is revealing new personal truths, and this inner guidance will shift your perception and reality. It says, I'll believe it when I see it. It's not accurate. It is the other way around. I'll see it when I believe it. Quantum physics is asking you to reconsider some fundamental, long unexamined assumptions you learned in school and reinforced in the world, things such as linear time. Maybe time travel is possible. It's all in how you perceive it. The past, the present, and the future as we know it are all happening simultaneously, and you can experience it with what I call spherical thinking. Remember, just go with the flow and enjoy the present moment. That's where the sun is rising and the birds are singing. Share your story. It might be more critical to the future than you realize. I love that. That is exactly what we were speaking about, pile number 3. There's things that you have come here to do, something that you have reincarnated into a specific cycle over and over again, and When we break those cycles, we can then step onto a new path where we bring in more understanding, more consciousness, more higher energy, more frequency building, where you're on a new timeline where you can be elevated in your consciousness. Let me get some more crystal guides here, some more information from the crystal realm. Pile number 3. Yeah, you're breaking those patterns, breaking those cycles, tapping into your emotions, staying grounded in the present moment, and don't let the mind deter you from the path that you are heading towards. We have Amazonite. Filtering vibrations is what Amazonite does best, from electromagnetic pollution, your thoughts, and the environmental influences. So if you are prone to environmental sensitivity, Amazonite has your back. This is a great way to cleanse yourself from technology if you need a break from your devices. Amazonite encourages discernment, allowing you to be unbiased in your decision making. Objectively leads the way, offering clarity on which choices are best for you. Detach from the outside in order to connect to the inside. Yeah, it's almost like pound number 2. And I love, we have the light that's starting to come in through the window. So you're shining this light on parts of your consciousness and awareness that you might not have been seeing before. So there's these perceptions that are starting to come in. There's a path. You're starting to have more clarity on your path. All right, we have Bumblebee Jasper. Sting like a bee, Bumblebee Jasper enhances creativity and helps to pollinate ideas, bringing them to life. This stone gives off a fighting spirit, having been formed in a volcano and containing a strong earthy energy that connects with the willpower of the solar plexus. Bumblebee Jasper also assists in alleviating allergies, soothing irritations, and nurturing one's overall health. Bumblebee Jasper encourages you to create a buzz, to let yourself be seen and heard for who you are, and whatever new projects you're working on, take pleasure in your gifts. Yeah, so you might be being asked to begin a new project, to start something new, and to share these beautiful gifts that you have here with everyone else. We have Serpentine. Known as the Dragon Stone, Serpentine instills fierce confidence and self-esteem, especially in front of an audience. However, as much as it improves your public appearance, it also protects your privacy, guarding your secrets and valuing your inner space. Incredibly grounded and connected to the earth, Septarian can pinpoint illnesses in the body and focuses on listening to the body's needs by building a strong relationship with it. The name Septarian comes from the Latin word septum, or 7, signifying the pattern of the 7 on the exterior of the crystal. Okay. I'll put you down here, actually. So we have Serpentine and Septarian. And if you don't, I would work with some of these crystals. Just take some out of your collection and work with the ones that are speaking to you specifically. Obsidian. We have a dark and mysterious crystal. Obsidian reaches into the depths of our shadows, shedding light on what needs to be healed in order to move forward. I love we were just talking about the light. Obsidian serves a mirror, revealing our deepest truths. Obsidian's crystal structure is amorphous, moving beyond conventional time to dip into the past, present, and future, and wielding great power to clear any obstacles. Use obsidian as a shield against psychic attacks and to ground your base chakra back to the planet. That's beautiful. Yeah, you might have memories coming up from the past. Maybe you do remember your past life and who you were and what you're here to bring forth from those past lives. And if you have it, maybe your crown chakra is going to be opening up for you to ground in these memories into the present so that you can remember why you incarnated, what you're here, what cycles are you meant to overcome and break through. Again, some messages from the unicorn speak pile number 3. Yeah, not to let, these past obstacles, past experiences, any of your pain that you have experienced to deter you from being and bringing this beautiful voice that you have, this beautiful gift that you're meant to share with others. There's something that you're meant to bring forth, pile number 3. We have strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in the situation. Exactly. When there are gifts hidden in every experience, you just have to dig deeper and shift your perception around so that you can find what it is that you were trying to learn from this experience. And we're always trying to learn the opposite of what we've experienced. So if you experience, a place of lack of love, you're here to learn what love feels like and what love doesn't feel like. If you experienced, feeling isolated, you're here to experience what it feels like to have support. If you feel like you've been always repressed and having to, make the ends meet, like you've been experiencing poverty in some way and just constantly struggling, and you're a good person and you're always doing the right thing and you're always giving to others, you're meant to experience the opposite of that. You're meant to experience, financial freedom, because you know what it's like to not have, and so you always have the potential to experience the opposite of that. You just have to believe that you're worthy of having that. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what else the unicorns want to say. Let's give them some more inspiration. Stand in the strength, knowing who you are, knowing your truth, embracing your emotions. Like we have freedom. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. I love that. Yeah, nobody deserves to be treated less than their worth, and when you know your worth, you it's easier to set those boundaries, and it's easy to let go of people who weren't seeing your worth and didn't make you feel like you were worthy, and kept making you feel the same way, and then constantly experiencing the same things over and over. I just noticed we have 6, 7, 8, and 9 right here. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are steps along the path, steps along your journey. You're moving forward energy. You're flying. You're flying. I love that. Flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome and release your expectations. That's right. Go with the flow. Don't try to control it. The mind wants to control. And stay in your heart space. Stay in the present moment. Allow yourself to receive. Look at this abundance. Enjoy the beauty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. They are. Pile number 3. Blessings are coming in when you stay in that flow of being open to receiving, because you are knowing that you are deserving of receiving. You're going to receive all those blessings and those gifts that are dying to make their way back to you. You have passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Yeah, when you do things that make you feel good, without hurting other people, of course, you create this spark within you, and this energy is something that you're meant to bring forth. That is your unique vibration. This creative energy that you have. And when you're in flow, you're connected to your passions. You act on your passions. You trust yourself to act. You trust yourself. You trust your emotions. You trust how you feel. You're not second guessing yourself. You're able to stand in your truth. You have strength. You have courage to face your fears. No longer being controlled by your fears. No longer allowing your emotions to take over you. Alright, let's get some messages from Source real quick. Alright, we have, you're never alone. My bond with God and the angels is a flame that illuminates my heart. Regardless of the darkness around me, this bond is a foundation of my strength, my inner strength. It allows me to go on, having faith that all things will fall into divine order for my greatest benefit. I ask the universe for guidance, knowing I will always receive its help and protection. Today the sun will rise and shine for me. I am never alone. You are never alone, pile number 3. You are always being guided and supported by your angels and by Source. Don't be afraid to call on your guides, or the angels, to give you inspiration, to give you messages that you're on the right path. The eyes of the heart. Today I perceive the real beauty of every person I meet. With the eyes of my heart, I see behind the personality and focus on the energy of love that dwells beneath the surface. I am filled with wonder at the presence of God in every one of us. The eyes of the heart allow me to see the divine shining everywhere. All right, well, this is true. Everyone is Source, and everyone is living through their awareness and their consciousness of their own divine light. And a lot of people are still trapped in their traumas. They're still reliving them every day, their programs, their beliefs about themselves. And not everything is something personally against you. All right, pile number three, sorry. People aren't necessarily just walking around choosing to do messed up things to people. Sometimes, bad things happen, and it happens to everyone, not just the good people, but bad things happen to bad people too. And everyone, while we are all source and we are all made of the same, source spark, not everybody is acting from their highest good and their highest potential. And that's where we can get the most hurt, because we can, when you're highly empathic and, very old souls, you can see into the heart space and you can see their divine light and you see their potential, you see who they are as a soul. But not everybody is acting from that dimension. Not everybody is acting from their soul level. They're all acting from this 3D realm of where they are, and they're lost in the darkness, and they haven't found their way out of some of these painful experiences. And so they're all they're acting from their triggers, they're acting from their safe space, or they're acting from their vulnerability. Not everybody is coming from the same place of awareness. And so sometimes we can be hurt by their choices, by their actions, and in their mind, they can perceive us as being bad guys and we can perceive them as being bad guys, but we're all learning lessons from one another. Through every experience, we've been learning something. And so they have been, your teacher of some hard lessons, the ones that have caused you pain in your heart and made you feel like you're unlovable, unworthy of, even though you've chosen to forgive all of their faults, and you can see their highest potential and their highest good and know that they're only acting from, their past and people who've hurt them, but you don't deserve that. You're not the one who's hurting them and causing the pain and the grief. You're the one who's trying to help them through that. But sometimes we're only meant to be in certain people's lives for a certain amount of time, and it's this to maybe seed those good thoughts and to seed that love and to give them that strength to move forward until they can see that within themselves. You're there to remind them that they are a part of source and that we're all lovable and worthy of forgiveness, through our faults and everything. But sometimes they can't see that themselves within themselves. And as hurtful as it is, sometimes you have to let those people go because it's not their time yet. They still have lessons to learn on the path, and it's nothing to take personal, as much as it can be so painful because you miss and you love them. But it's not your job and it's not your burden to save everybody. All right, you have to love yourself, know that you're never alone, you're always being supported, you're always being seen, you're being acknowledged by source, you're being acknowledged by your angels and your guides who are always with you on the path, who are helping you break through these karmic cycles and these lessons, and stay on your path, stay in your heart, listen to your emotions, always be guided by your emotions, but don't let your fear come in and try to tell you, oh, don't do this, don't do that, or to respond through a fearful place. When you trust yourself and you know that you're always going to respond from your heart, where you feel balanced and centered in the present moment, you're not being controlled by the past experiences that have hurt you. You're responding to each situation and each person individually in the moment that it's happening. All right, and you have to trust yourself to be living in that space. And if we're responding from things from the past or things out of fear, then we know that there's some healing work that needs to take place still within our heart space. All right. All right, pile number 3, that is your messages from the crystal realm for today. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.